This is Amit Vashishtha from Dr. Syama Prasad Mukherjee University, Department of MCA and MSc Now I am discussing about PHP. And that means we can say that it is an introduction of PHP. PHP stands for Hypertext Preprocessor. That means we can say that PHP is a scripting language used for developing the dynamic web page, and it is embedded within HTML code. It is an open source web page scripting language. That means, in another word, we can say that according to IEEE, PHP is an interactive tool mainly developed for dynamic web application. That means we can say that again, PHP is open source interpreted based scripting language mainly used for developing the web page application. Nowadays there are several scripting language available in market like JSP Java Server Page, ASP ActiveX Server Page. JSP is a product of Java and ASP is a product of .NET. But why PHP is more popular than JSP and ASP? First reason is PHP is open source. Second one is PHP is platform independent. Third one is PHP is loosely typed language. Fourth one is PHP easily embedded in HTML. Fifth one is PHP established a database connectivity with more than 80 database languages like MySQL, SQL Server. So first of all, I will discuss about the history of PHP. What history of PHP? PHP actually stands for P for personal, H for home, P for page, and that means personal home page. It is a product of PHP FI, or PHP FI stands for personal home page form interpreter. It was developed by Rasmus in the year 1995, and that time its beta version was released. Beta version is known as demo version. So PHP original version released in 1996, and it is an advanced form of PHP FI. PHP first version is a recent of PHP. So a student, we can say that PHP is open source interpreted based scripting language. It is highly suitable for developing the dynamic web pages. So first of all, we want to know what do you mean by web pages? So first of all, I will explain about web pages. A document that can be accessed with the help of web browser is known as web page. In another word, we can say that a document written within HTML code, that means a document embedded in HTML code and can be accessed by any web browser, either Mozilla, Google Chrome, IISS. So this is known as web page. There are two types of web page. First one is static web page and second one is dynamic web page. And static web page and dynamic web page, that means first one is unmutable and second one is mutable. Mutable means changeable, and dynamic page is mutable page. In every request, page will be changed. That means mutable. The example of mutability is YouTube, Facebook, any social networking. And example of dynamic web page is PHP, ASP, and JSP. So first of all, I will discuss about the feature of PHP. First important feature of PHP is platform independency. And it is a very important feature of object-oriented programming. So we can say that PHP is also support the OOPS. And OOPS stands for object-oriented programming. It is a phenomena, it is a methodology, it is an approach that is based on real-world object. It contains only two fields. First one is data and second one is code. Data, that means what? Data, that means variable, that means attribute, that means field. Code, that means what? Code, that means function or method. Or with the help of data and method, we can solve a complete task. This phenomena is known as OOPS. And PHP supports the OOPS. This is just most important feature of PHP. Second important feature is platform independency. Then what do you mean by platform independency? Platform independency, that means PHP program can be easily moved from one system to another system, anywhere, any times. Second important phenomena, there is no need to changing the actual coding of PHP program. Actual coding of PHP program when we will upgrade the operating system. First of all, we use Mac, then upgraded by the Linux. So there is no need to change the original coding. And PHP is highly suitable for any type of operating system like Mac, like Windows, like Unix, or like Linux. Third important features of PHP is it is a loosely type. Then first of all, listen. What do you mean by loosely type? If you have any idea of any programming language, we can define the variable with the help of data type. And data type, that means with the help of data type, we can define the nature of the variable. But there is no need to define the data type in PHP. PHP interpreter automatically recognize the variable data type. And this phenomena is known as loosely type. Next important feature of PHP is database connectivity. That means, first of all, I will discuss what do you mean by database connectivity. You know that a software development has two parts. First one is front-end tools and second one is back-end tool. In front-end tool, we can always use a programming language. And in back-end tool, we can use a database. And combination of front-end and back-end, we can develop the software application, software apps. So PHP is highly suitable with any types of database like MySQL, SQL Server, SQLite. That means PHP is highly established the connectivity with more than 18 databases. Next point is application control. PHP was initially used in application control language. It was designed to control the SSD logging for HTTP server. Then, what do you mean by HTTP server? So, HTTP stands for Hypertext Transfer Protocol. It is a network protocol that transfers the hypertext file and it runs on the top of TCP/IP suite, and which is the foundation protocol suite for internet. HTTP protocol includes three parts. First one is request and response line, second one is HTTP header, and last one is body of the protocol. So first of all, I will discuss about what do you mean by response and what do you mean by request. In PHP or any scripting language, response, that means it includes the information about the configuration of client server model. It also contains the information about the document of the client receiving from the server. and the document that the client will be sent to the server. Next point is HTTP header. HTTP header sends the information to the client or server about the information that will be displayed on the browser. Last one is body. That means main content of the programs. Next point. Next point I will discuss it next session. So today I will be stop my session here. So thank you guys. I want your response and feedback. Have a nice day.